and now you're saying it's us, but you just didn't do your research.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, also, this guy's an idiot, bro. This guy thought you could pay 250 rand for a Cooper verse, bro. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, come on.
You know when your gut feeling says it is too good to be true.
Bro, if anything is too good to be true in life, it's too good to be true.
Believe it.
Like 250 rand for a verse. No one will sell you a verse for 250, dog. It's free at that point. It's like people. Bro. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people
goes beyond the music.
Yes, like sometimes you walk in a room and nigga greets you like this, bro. He's not even looking at you.
Oh, it's just that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing,
yeah.
bro? Like, let's be people,
that.
dog. Like, that's what I try to be at the end of the day, and that's what's opened a lot of doors for me, just by being a person. You know what I mean? Like, I saw you, like, hey, man, saw that shit you said about Nash. Come, let's go talk.
Yeah, and you know, when we try to...
And we're just people.
Easy.
You know what I mean? I could have looked at you like, there's some swank. That lame-ass nigga. It's like, no, this is a person, bro. And then once we get to that level of just being people, that's what I'd like to put in, just more humanity, because I know, like, there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of bullshit in this space. Let's just treat each other as people, dog.
man.
Like, I think end of the day, that's...
What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, Msanko Franco, and welcome to the second episode of SWANK Sessions. Today, I got a goat in the space, the UG space, a guy that welcomed me with open arms. I got my man, BlackVsBlack. What's up?
I'm good. How are you doing, my brother? How are you?
I'm easy, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
No, of course, bro. Like, hey, I had to have you for the second episode, man. I feel like you're one person that actually invited me, like, with open arms into the space. You know, you gave me my props. You gave me, you know, so I really appreciate it, dog. So, firstly, where do you get the name BlackVsBlack, dog? Sounds like some black on black violence or something. Like, how did you get that? How did that come about? Like, did someone give you the name, or is it something that you created yourself?
Well, I used to DJ with a friend of mine who was white, and it used to be like black, white. And then he just fell off. So it's just black now.
That
but obviously
cool.
black is taken. You can't just get like @black. That's obviously taken.
Yeah.
So it just became BlackVsBlack just for the social media handle.
Yeah.
And then people liked it like that. I was like, okay, it sounds cool. And now we're here, bro.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, like, where you from, brother? Like, where you from? What made you start this whole music journey?
Johannesburg, born and bred, bro.
Okay.
I'm lived in Midrand pretty much my whole life.
Cool.
My family's from Tembisa. My parents, they moved to Midrand and then had me a few years later. Music's just always been there, bro. You know, like, if you're black, music is always part of it.
Of course.
You know what I mean? We're always those kids dancing on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Or come dance for the family. I also had an older brother that's really tapped into hip-hop, so... like from a kid, I was listening to like 50 Cent or like Eminem or like Kanye when I shouldn't even be listening to
Kanye
I
at
don't
the
even
time.
understand what's going on because obviously I'm so young. But
Yeah.
my older brother and his friends definitely had a huge impact on me liking hip hop music and music in general, bro. That's what I'd say, yeah.
So in your journey, did you ever come across like maybe trying to be a rapper, or was it just always a thing where you just wanted to hit the decks?
Yeah, bro. I think it was just like I had a group of friends and we were like naughty, bro. We started like sneaking into clubs at like 13. I swear to God.
13? Why are you sneaking clubs at 13,
bro? I don't know, bro. So like I had these friends and they had like strict parents, right? So they'd come sleep over at my house and then we'd just hit the club because my parents would let me go out with my brother.
Yeah.
So we'd sneak into clubs and I was just always like out of place, obviously because I'm young. What am I doing there? But I was always just like, I wasn't always happy with what I was listening to.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of got interested into like DJing. And then randomly, I think I was in like class in school and for some reason someone was explaining DJing to me and it was just fascinating, bro. This must have been at like 14. So I was just like, okay, let me try it out. You know, always had a laptop, download virtual DJ as all DJs do. And from there it was up, man. It wasn't always hip hop, I won't lie.
Yeah.
Because I mean, back then it was like DJ Kent.
Yeah.
DJ Euphonic, they had that Ultimix at 6 on 5FM.
Okay.
And that was huge, man, in terms of culture, in terms of just DJ culture. And I think I was always...
Oh, so would you say you were inspired by
DJ Kent for sure,
Kent,
man. The way he mashes up music, even now, till this day, he's
Kent is
the
insane.
GOAT, man. So, yeah, he definitely had a huge influence on why I do this and even how I do this, for sure. Because the 5FM Ultimix at 6 was always like a staple for me, man.
No way. So I heard through the grapevines that you actually used to do electro.
Yeah,
before actually doing hip hop.
For sure. So when I started DJing, bro, it was high school, and this is before I met anyone in hip hop. So back then it was like EDM was big. So your dubstep, your trap house, it was big. I also went to like a private school, so it was like a lot of white kids. They weren't listening to hip hop, so they listened to EDM. We listened to EDM.
So it was just like
So like through
the
that,
norm.
like that's what people were playing. Obviously, like Drake was still a thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
of
hip hop
course.
was always a thing, but not in South Africa like that for us. The
Yeah.
big thing in terms of like if you looked at the highest level of DJing, it was always the EDM space.
EDMs.
So that's when I started and I got into that.
Yeah.
Throughout high school, I was just playing EDM at like school socials or just messing around in the bedroom studio, and then in matric I met Patrick Lee. And then that's when things changed for me, because I was always like, okay, if you want to be a DJ, how do you get to the highest level? So you can be a radio DJ, like a DJ Fresh, or you can actually make music. So that's what I heard. It's like figure out how to make music.
First.
And then trying to figure out how to make music, I met Patrick. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna learn on tutorials. I know a guy that actually makes good music already. Let me just tap in with him. So I just tapped in with him, would just sit at the back of his studio sessions and just figure out how he was doing what he does, bro. And then that's when I made the switch from EDM and house music to hip hop.
So you would say you made the switch basically when Patrick Lee came in the picture?
Yeah, pretty much.
No ways.
But that was also the time when it was like, I actually decided to do this thing seriously. I think before that it was just fun. It was just a hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then when I met Patrick, I was just like, okay, cool. I'm out of high school now. I'm still in uni, but it's like I can really do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
So he was doing hip hop. I was like, cool. So what would we do is like he'd bring me in studio and we'd try make EDM together, and we did a few songs like that.
Also, what Patrick Lee as well was with you trying to.
So like we'd take a song, like we took like Run Josie.
Okay.
And we'd flip that into like an EDM version, and then I'd release it. And then we did like Bitch Better Have My Money by Rihanna. And we'd make it like
and then
like
flip
an
it.
EDM
Flip it, yeah, flip
and
it.
then, yeah, he wasn't rapping on the songs. We just flip like famous songs and release them as like EDM covers. But he was always doing the rap thing on his own.
Yeah.
as the
Also, you
Patrick Lee
knew
brand.
him as a rapper.
Yeah, for sure.
Knew him as a rapper.
Yeah, made him as a rapper. Yeah, for sure.
No ways. That's actually a dope friendship. So would you say like he's actually one of the first guys that actually put you in the space?
Yeah, I mean,
if you say like put you on type of
life is
thing.
funny, bro, because like Patrick and I are the same age, right? So at the end of matric, you've got this thing called matric vac, and all the kids go to Durban for a week, and this company every day there's a party.
Yeah.
And I met Patrick on vac, and it was just funny because like he had the same hairstyle as my friend, and then I was just roasting my homie like, look. You know what I mean? Like, it was like this weird ass comb over with like a blonde, like Wiz Khalifa type thing. So we'd always roast him because he had the same hairstyle as two of my friends.
Yeah.
And then eventually I met him through other friends. And then once we got off that stuff, I was like, okay, cool. I'm done with matric. I'm done with this party week. What am I going to do? I was like, okay, let me lean into this making music thing. I've just met Patrick.
Yeah.
Let me go to his house and see what happens. And then... yeah, I wouldn't say he introduced me to the space, but I think we both met each other at like the pivotal time, and then we both started taking it seriously because it was just out of high school.
That's
you
cool.
know what I mean? Yeah.
No ways. No, that actually sounds very interesting, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So like in terms of like take me through your thought process in terms of like being a DJ, right?
Yeah.
I heard DJ Speedster talking about the whole thing about like you have to cater for like the age group. So like for you, when you do your set, do you ever like think about the age group that's going to be there at the set, or is it just something where you just like, you know what, I'm gonna play what I like?
Yeah.
And
I think when I started
let it play out.
When I started out, it was very much like I'm just gonna do what I like. You know what I mean? Because DJ is like you have that responsibility, man. We're like a Spotify playlist. Like we're meant to tell you guys what's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I feel like a lot of hip hop DJ culture now has been like play what people like or play what people know already. You know, so I'm in the balance of like, bro, if you have had a hard week at work, it's month end, you've saved up, you and your friends have gone out, you want to have fun.
Yeah.
How do I help you have fun? You know what I mean? I play the music you guys would probably enjoy, and then I throw in some education. So I play my stuff and I let you guys know
like put
what's
on,
next.
like
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'd say
Respect
I'd
that.
say like an 80-20 split basically on like things people know and then 20% things people should know and trying to put them on. Because I still feel like DJs have that responsibility. Hip-hop DJs have just forgotten it. But you look at like Amapiano, bro, like go watch Kabza now. You won't know a single song he plays.
Yeah.
Because he's educating.
Yeah, he's putting you on.
Exactly.
And you
know
end
what I
up
mean?
there. Yeah.
Unfortunately, hip-hop is very like lyric focused. So it kind of hard to put people on. So I kind of try to do the thing of like, okay, I know they'll know this artist, but they might not know this song by this artist.
Yeah.
You know, so hopefully if they know the voice, they'll learn to like the song in real time.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do, bro. And that's my process. But Yeah, man, we're in a weird space, man. We're in a weird space. Like, I've seen what happened with you guys and DJ Speedster. And DJ Speedster is a legend, don't get me wrong, man. Anyone that puts into this culture, respect to me. And I think with, like, the hip-hop DJ space, I'll leave the beefing to, like, you guys and the rappers. You know what I mean? Like, as for the DJs, we really have to stick together because no one fucks with us right now. You know, the narrative around hip-hop DJs is we suck, when really is South Africa's got some of the best hip-hop DJs in the world, man. You know what I mean? And I understand where you're coming from. I understand where he's coming from. You know, like Speedster, you are a legend, but Speedster, you do have a responsibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the GOAT, but even Messi had to play in the MLS at some point, you know? So it's like, do a bit of both, bro. You know? Play the music people know, but also educate people because I know you have music that people need to know It's that simple for me, bro.
Nah, that is so true, man. How important do you think it is to actually have DJs put on? Like, how important do you think that it's something that could add to the culture? Because, like, you know for a fact, like, the underground, it's not really a sound that everyone resonates to.
Of course.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not really an easy sound to play. And of course, people like that, we understand that.
Yeah.
We understand that. And he normally plays nostalgic songs. You know, he plays your AKA, plays your KO. You know, you play it safe, your nostalgia sounds.
Yeah.
But like, how important do you think it is for you DJs to play that role right now?
It's the most important thing, bro. Like, if you're not putting people on music as a DJ, then you're just a jukebox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
true.
What's the point then? Like, DJs, obviously, like, the internet has changed everything, but DJs used to have crates, and they'd sift through music, and they'd tell people, this is what's dope. Because there's Spotify now, we assume people already know what's dope, and they'll just want to listen to what they want to listen to. But nah, not really, bro. We have to educate people. We have to play new music. And it also inspires artists to also make new better music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said this on Space Impact. It was like, Nasty C released an album last year. If I'm still playing Hell Nah and I'm not playing Kalangobo, what justice? You know what I mean? What's the point of him making new music?
That's a good point.
That's how I feel, bro.
That's a good point.
We have to play new music. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so going into the more DJing side, well, we all were on the DJing side anyways.
Yeah.
But like with, how did you start like DJing for like your Coopers? Because I've actually seen you on more sets, like your Cooper, Jay Katana.
Yeah.
Like, how do you adjust? Because like it's a different, okay, it's not a different sound, but obviously they have like different songs and the way they structure these songs. So like, how do you adapt to like DJing for Cooper and then DJing for a Jay Katana?
I feel like every artist is different, bro. So I started out DJing for Patrick, bro. And I think I've done maybe 100 shows with Patrick. That's the experience. That's where it comes from. I know what to do in every single situation. Because in the underground, you don't just get to a gig and they've got the best sound, the best mics, the best, like, you have to adapt. You know, you get to a show, they've got the CDJs, so you'll play you just plug in a flash drive, you'll play. You get to another show, it's a school, they don't have anything, you plug in your laptop or your phone.
You have to make a plan.
You know what I mean? So I've learned how to play in different situations through working with Patrick. And then because Patrick is so fucking good at music, he gets to meet other people that are good at music. So you've got your Kindly Nash, you've got your Baby Days,
Kindly Nash is amazing.
You've got your brother Cooper. I met them through hanging out in this space. You know what I mean? And because I guess people have seen how well I've done for Patrick and with Nash, other people have also kind of used my services now. I don't really DJ for Jay Katana. He's got a DJ, Kyle.
Okay.
And then he's also got Oslin.
Okay.
But
I've also seen
sometimes it just happens, like, you'll be in a
I've seen some sets, like where you will randomly just...
you'll be in a random town and he didn't bring his DJ and he just gives you a flash drive and tells you what to do. It's that simple, bro. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
These artists don't really... Like, these kids are switched on, man. Like, Jay's even got a thing. Even Cooper does this sometimes. Like, they've got their music, obviously, like that, if they have a DJ. But if they don't have a DJ, they've also got a set where you just press play once and it's got, like, the gaps.
They're already edited.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like... it depends on the situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, not every promoter wants to book the act and his whole team. So what happens is, like, Nash they'll allow his whole team to go, but maybe another artist they won't. So those artists will come to me like, bro, they didn't let me bring my DJ, can you help me out? And then at that point it's like, I'm already here, let's do it. And that's how I do that. It's not really that hard, to be honest, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I have a problem with the flash drive part, because like I feel like performance should be more than just you putting a song on a flash drive, right?
Yeah.
And then you just chopped up wherever you want to chop out, make it sound cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like I can do that in my car, bro. You know,
for
I
sure.
can have like a DJ, like those automatic DJs that you have now on Spotify.
Yeah.
Why do that? Don't you think that's actually like ruining the performance? And I've actually been crying about this. Like I feel like performances should actually improve in terms of the
Yeah,
UG.
I wouldn't lie, bro. Hip hop, not even just UG, hip hop.
Hip hop in
The
general.
performances.
Yeah.
Bro, like 8 out of 10 artists stink on stage, man. I
Yeah.
won't even lie. Like watch Rolling Loud, you'll see
Yeah.
what I'm saying. There's
We're
like,
actually talking about Costa Teach just now.
yeah, there's a very few
Having-
acts who actually just even rehearse. And you can tell very easily if someone rehearses or not, bro.
Yeah.
So I'd say someone like Nash, he takes the live show very seriously. You know what I mean? So before any festival, we don't just have a set.
Yeah.
Yes, we have this, but before any big show come, let's meet 2 days before. It's me, it's him. He has an audio engineer, Lee, and we speak, bro. Like, how can we add to the show and how can we make it really good? And that's why Nash's shows go crazy. You know, some artists just want to show
Just
up on
wanna
stage,
show
bro.
up.
And it's tough because you'll get one booking, but will you get rebooked? We don't know, bro. So I try, with all the guys I work with, I force rehearsals, man. Like,
Yeah.
we have to. Otherwise, I don't even want to be there because we're just going to look like we're just
truthfully.
wasting time on stage. You know what I mean?
Truthfully.
So yeah, we definitely take like rehearsing very serious, bro. And we try to implement that in the
Yeah.
live shows. So you'll see like our live shows are like, you can tell we know what's going on. It's
Yeah.
not just a freestyle.
Nah, that makes sense because like I've been to a lot of like UG shows, man, and every time they have this backtrack, and I'm always like, why are you playing the backtrack right now? Because we're trying to hear you as the artist perform. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like it's a very important thing.
No, I tell this to the guys all
that
the
to
time. I'm
happen.
like, guys, if we get a big show, or if we're opening for, let's say Drake comes, and we're opening for him, and he's watching us. If he hears your lyrics on a song, he's gonna say amateurs and walk away. It's that
Exactly,
simple. I've been trying to tell
exactly.
people that for the longest time, bro. But it's like, this is not my product. I'm just the DJ. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it at the end of the day, bro. You know, it's up to the artist. Certain artists take it really well, and they take
some,
it, and some are just like, it's whatever. But
that's
it's
how
also
it
being
is.
young, bro. Like, no one can tell you what to do when you're 18,
True,
19, bro.
you're
Like,
ignorant.
you're on top
You're
of
ignorant.
the world, man. Like, you're invincible. You feel like you can just do whatever. So it's hard to take criticism or look at an OG and listen to him unless you actually respect him and like their music. You know, so that's what I can say about it. But we definitely need to do better as hip hop in terms of live performances, for sure.
We do.
For
We
sure,
do.
man.
Okay, so like in terms of like what can I say? The shows, right?
Yeah.
What would you say we need to bring back? Because we're talking about Costa Teach just now, right? And we're saying his performances were nice because he had backup dancers. You know, he took his his rehearsals serious for sure.
Yeah, for
You know, you can see that everything was choreographed.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think we should go back to doing stuff like that, or should it be a thing of like where you can still have your hardcore, like Aries can't really have backup dancers?
Yeah.
Or should it be just a thing where Aries, let's say, I don't know, what can you say Aries can do?
So the bigger the stage, the more pieces you have to add. If you're performing at a club, you and your DJ is fine.
Okay.
If it's a festival, we need to add a band, maybe guitar, drummer, maybe someone on the keys, and that helps fill up the stage.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So on the bigger stage, you need a band, maybe backup dancers, coordinate outfits. But the thing is, it's like everything's expensive. So is an artist willing to sacrifice his check to make sure his live set looks good? So let's say I get paid 15,000. Am I willing to sacrifice this entire 15,000 so I can pay a team of people to make it look good? Or do I want to walk away with 15,000? That's where it goes to, bro. Simple, you know? And I think because there's not that many opportunities, especially in hip-hop, people are just like, bro, if I get this big bag, I'm going to have to take as much as I can. And I'll pay a DJ, maybe a photographer, but
that's as much as I can do.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense when you put it like that.
But
so
then
I guess
when you look at, but you look at like a Costa Teach or even like an Uncle Waffles, like your eyes are always entertained on that stage. You're not just looking at the main person.
Exactly.
Like, there's a lot going on, and it just adds to it.
The stage is full.
And that's why Uncle Waffles can do bigger shows than a Cubs of the Small, just because what it looks like. It's not really just the music, but what it looks like on that stage is like she does way more than any other DJ, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Now I think one thing about our artists, man, and I love that they do this. They really care about the music, and everything else just it doesn't matter. Like the business part of it. Yeah. You know, you've had Casper had his comments like you have to be business minded, and I do agree as well. But let's just take it back to UG, man. Do you think they stand a chance to make it mainstream?
For sure. 100%. I mean, I think because they're willing to be South African and show us that they're South African, South Africans will support it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look at Jay Katana's biggest, well, his first hit, Aish.
Yeah.
That's a South African term.
Yeah.
If you hear Aish, you know it's South Africa. You know what I mean? So you look at like Limpopo Freestyle. You look at with Cooper, Home Freestyle,
Yeah.
Close Interlude. These guys are, yes, rappers, but they're bringing the South African sound to rap.
Yeah.
I don't think you can find their sound overseas. It's like, I
True,
feel like a lot of
true.
South African underground before was like, oh, you sound like XXX Tentacion,
Yeah.
you sound like Trippie Redd, where it's like, no, this new crop
These
of kids,
kids,
they
they
sound
sound-
like themselves,
yeah.
bro. So I think because of that, they have a chance. They just need to mature. And that's all it is, bro. They're
Yeah.
not trying to be like these fake American artists. So I
True.
think they actually have the biggest chance in hip hop to actually go mainstream. For sure, 100%.
Do you think they need the OGs though, or do you think it's just a thing where they can just take over by themselves and just be like, "Hey, I'm
I
here
mean,
now."
It will always help, bro, if you have an OG, because then you get to skip a lot of steps. You know what I mean? But I don't know if the OGs are definitely or in a place to look down and even help. Because
Yeah.
a lot of the times we'll be like, yo, we're the OGs, what? But we don't even know if they're in the place to even help. Like, do they have connections? Do they have the money? How can they help?
How
We
can
don't
they
even
help?
know yet, you know? So, I don't know. But I think definitely between Cooper, Jay, Brady, Lowski, I have belief that at least 2 of those 4 will go all the way, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
sure.
Yeah, people call them the big 3. You know, with them being in the UG, I think they've been in the big 3 for so long.
Yeah.
To the point where even Space Impact, it was hard for them to actually. I was on the last episode
Yeah, I
actually.
watched that, for
It
sure.
was hard for us to,
Yeah.
you know, and we're talking about actually Brady and Cooper. We always have that
Yeah,
argument with
always,
Brady and
yeah.
Cooper.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to say like, yeah, I feel like the sound is just so different, and I feel like obviously people need to adapt
For sure.
right
bro.
now.
For sure.
You know, I'm trying to say. I think we need to stop with the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And we honestly need to move on from that.
Yeah, but also the kids need to understand that in South Africa, there's a difference between internet fame and mainstream fame. You
Okay,
know?
explain that.
So you look at someone like Nash, that's mainstream fame. You know what I mean? And then you look at the underground, that's internet fame. So it really depends. Like Nash gets a lot more opportunities because where his music is played. Like you'll hear him on radio, you'll hear him in the clubs. DJs will play his music because he's got mainstream fame. But he's pushing the same numbers as maybe a Cooper. You know what I mean? But Cooper, it's mainly on the internet just now. So we just need to find a way to bring him into the mainstream as well. It's not like America where like if you go viral online, you viral. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like here,
yeah.
there's still gotta push radio, still gotta push TV, bro. You have to.
Yeah.
South Africa, that's where it's at right now. You have to still, even though the internet can carry you, you still need to try get that mainstream fame
Yeah.
somehow, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Nah, truthfully. You know, we look at a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, we look at DJ Speedster, we look at a lot of people like in the space that are actually within hip hop that
Yeah.
are OGs or
Yeah.
call themselves OGs. You know, I'm trying to say, how important do you think Sliqe is? Because I feel like Sliqe could be one person to actually bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Because like in terms of like his sets,
Yeah.
there is actually, can I say no one like in his like league that
Yeah.
actually plays music that we listen to, our age group.
Yeah, he's probably the only one, bro. I mean, Rory, I don't know if she's an OG, but Rory plays really good sets as well. Yeah, Sliqe is very important, bro.
Very.
Because he's part of that class, you know. He was there with Witness the Funk.
Yeah.
He's got like 3 Injayams at this point. He's a legend, bro. And he's an A&R at the labels. So like the fact that he's tapped into the kids, it means a lot because he's showing these OGs what they should be tapped into.
Yeah.
So the bigger Sliqe gets, the more his colleagues will look at him and be like, yo, let's actually tap into what he's doing because he's clearly doing something right.
Something right.
So we need to, protect Sliqe for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
we need to.
Like he's tapped in, man. Like he
Yeah.
he gave us Issy, you know what I mean? Issy was obviously pushing for sure, but I know there's a lot of people
Exactly.
that found out about Issy through
Because-
DJ Sliqe. You know what I mean? Being able to bring him in a room and put him with Blackie and Nash.
Exactly.
Give him a platform. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like that's what OG should be doing. Isn't that what
Yeah.
you're asking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sliqe is important, man. Shout
Very
out to
important.
him, bro. Like
Very
he's done a
important.
lot for us as well,
Yeah.
bro. Like for sure. Like when we getting bullied on stage and stuff, he'll come to me and be like, "Don't worry, I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Just carry on doing
Oh,
your
he's
thing."
like real like that.
And then
Like
he'll go speak to the guys and be like, "Nah, go give them 10 more minutes." Like he's big
No
OG for sure. Respect to
ways.
Sliqe for sure.
no, that's culture,
Each and
bro.
every time, he's the guy for sure, man.
No, that is culture.
Yeah, he's a big dog for sure. He's taking care of like his thing, the kids.
So he's even doing the background stuff. It's not even just the
like,
DJing
he's
stuff.
doing a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
people just don't know and don't get to speak about. But yeah, he's definitely doing his part to push the culture forward for sure.
Yo, no ways. Okay, so talking about backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
Is there ever background beefs with DJs? Like maybe, let's say someone maybe stole your set, or maybe someone, you know,
Yeah,
I don't
for
know.
sure, bro. There's
stole
always
your
egos,
mix.
bro. Like, I don't know if it's within like.
So it's not even just rappers.
Nah, it's just the space. Like, a hip hop DJ might be beefing a piano DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just on some shit of like, this nigga just came and his manager took out my USB because he's got this big brand now and they're doing piano. You know what I mean? So there'll definitely be beefs. Nothing too crazy that I know about, like at the level of like a AKA Casper. No. I'm also not really tapped in with the DJ space. I hang out with a lot of rappers more than
more than DJs.
More than DJs. You
Okay.
know? But with anything in hip hop, there's gonna be beefs, bro. It's just egos. Everyone wants to be the best. It's the one genre that's a sport. You know what I mean? So as much as you and I want to be pushing together, we're trying to outcompete each other. Like, this is a sport at the end of the day, and with the sport and competition, I wouldn't call it beef. Maybe just competition for sure, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you, as a person of the era of, you know, can I put you in the era of like J Molly and them, right? J Molly, Patrick Lee.
100%.
You know, you guys worked together, bro.
The new wave.
You know what I'm trying to say? Would you say the UG right now is as together as you guys were back then?
I think they're way more together than us.
Oh.
For sure.
Yeah.
What? Like, come on, you see it, bro. Like, the fact that the top 5 guys are always seen in each other's videos and are always doing music, bro, that shit wasn't happening back then, like, at all. Like, Jay was doing his own thing, Patrick was doing his own thing. Like, Patrick's albums barely had features, bro. Jay's albums barely had features as well. It was just like Letabo Acid, his own thing, Treehouse. Like, everyone was just doing their own thing. I actually think the UG is way more together than that new wave that was back there. But I think I'd really like to hear a tape. Like, I've been trying to ask Cooper, like, bro, bring everyone together.
Yeah, like a studio camp. That would be
but we'll never know.
cool.
I want a project, bro. A UG project.
Oh my word.
That's what I want.
That would be
then it's
amazing.
like, how do you ignore them at that point? That's what I ask myself.
No ways. You got a Baby Lowski there, you got a Brady there, you got a
I told Patrick this back then, like, bro, do this. Egos, whatever, it never happened.
Man.
I've told Cooper this as well, but even he says it's tough to try get everyone in the rooms, even as a Cooper. It's tough, bro. It's tough, bro. Everyone wants to build their own thing at the end of the day, really, which is unfortunate, bro. But if they could do that, that would change the game.
Oh my word, that'd be so amazing, bro.
Yeah, but it has to come from one of them, bro. I don't think like a DJ or producer can bring them all together. It has to be them making that decision, bro. Otherwise, it won't work.
Yeah.
They won't push it the way it's meant to be pushed. But
yeah,
that shit could be crazy. Like, imagine like a no visa, but the UG version. You know?
Come on, bro.
Game changer, bro. Game changer.
Sure, but anyways, with so in terms of your sets, right?
Yeah.
You said DJ Kent inspired, right?
For sure.
So is it a point where you would ever maybe move to like a piano or
no.
you know, play dabble around there?
Nah,
you know, because you
bro.
look at Kent. Kent mostly has like what? Can you say like deep house?
I mean, house in its umbrella. I don't know what you'd call DJ Kent's house at this stage of the game.
Yeah, no, he mixes everything.
Because like even now he has like a 3-step hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's evolution. I don't know if I'll go there, bro. To be honest, I think you got to be authentic with who you are, bro, as an artist.
True, and you just
like if it's not in me to actually do it, I won't force it just to think I'm gonna go viral, because I'll probably just flop. Like, I've had this conversation with a bunch of rappers, bro. We saw a lot of rappers move to piano. It didn't mean they're successful. You know what I mean? I think you just genuinely gotta have an interest and love the sound if you're gonna try do it, bro. Because it's not easy to break into these spaces, and then it's not easy to stay. So if you're just doing it for the clout, the aura, I don't know, bro. I think you genuinely have to love it, bro. And I love anything South African. I love piano. I love 3-step.
Yeah.
I don't see myself moving in that direction, bro. It's also like, how am I gonna compete with these guys, bro?
Yeah,
These
true.
guys. But right now,
the train is good.
how am I gonna compete with these niggas?
That's
bro?
I just feel like it's late now to hop onto the piano train now.
It's gone.
If you're like, okay, now I'm trying to meet up to Kabza's level or something like that.
I just feel like even the sound itself is like very matured now. Like, we know who's who. We're gonna get a few new artists, but I don't think it's gonna be like that 2019, 2020, 2021 where just new artists after new artists. Just, I don't know, bro. I could be wrong. It's not my space, but I don't know, bro. I wouldn't try jump onto piano for some sort of relevancy. Like, no ways. It's not that easy at all, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like South Africa has a lot of talent, bro. If you think you're gonna outfight these guys, you better be really good at what you do, dog.
You have to stand out.
So I think I respect it even more than anything. It's not a thing of like hip hop versus piano. It's like, no, I respect someone's craft, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at DJing and like, I could do that, you know, and you probably could, but it's like it's gonna take you time and you're gonna have to, you know, do your thing, bro. Yeah.
So just the second last question.
Yeah.
Do you have like any inspiring words, or let's say words of advice for like someone that's trying to maybe, let's say, go into the space? Let's talk about hip hop strictly.
Yeah.
Like just trying to go into the space of more than just a rapper. They're trying to be a DJ. They're trying to be a producer. What advice would you give them from the jump? Like what advice would you say? Start it like this, and your direction will go the way you need it to go.
I mean, bro, like everyone has a different formula. So this is a tough question, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things in life where it's like, I didn't plan them. You know what I mean? Like I met Groovy, and through Groovy I met you. I couldn't have planned that. You know what I mean? There's certain things that are just going to happen because
naturally
the timing is right. But in terms of advice, I'd say treat it like a 9 to 5. Wake up in the morning. Put in 8 hours, clock off 5 p.m. If you really fuck with it, clock off at 8 p.m. actually.
Yeah.
Treat it like a normal job, bro.
Yeah.
Put in the hours. That's the best advice I could give someone. Don't think you can just put in an hour here, an hour there, go viral, you'll be fine. No, like make it it a job. Like structure
Put
it.
in the time.
Register a business as early as possible. You know what I mean? Like when you're sending out invoices and stuff, don't send out your personal details. You look like an amateur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
take it serious.
Yeah, treat it like a job, bro. That's what I would say, bro. That's the best advice.
I think also image is also important. Of course, upholding the images, I think, is very important.
I think you build your image as you go, bro. The more success, the more you can add.
Your image just feels like a puzzle now.
Yeah, I don't think you can decide before anything like this is gonna be. I mean, you probably can, but that image is gonna change, bro. But I'd say, treat it like a 9 to 5, dog. Because it's serious out here. And you gotta fight out here.
You gotta fight. This space you have to fight.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, I've seen that myself.
For sure. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Damn. So just in closing, man, like what would you like to be remembered as in the culture? Like what contribution would you like to put into the culture that is called hip hop?
I think just people to people shit, like, you know, like yes, you're Mswanko, but you're also Tando. So like treating people like people. Like people. Bro. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people
goes beyond the music.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you walk in a room and nigga greets you like this, bro. He's not even looking at you.
It's just that,
you know what I mean? Like what are we doing, bro? Like let's be people, dog. Like that's what I try to be at the end of the day, and that's what's opened a lot of doors for me, just by being a person. You know what I mean? Like I saw you like, hey man, so that shit you said about Nash, come, let's go talk.
Yeah, and you know,
and we just people.
Easy.
You know what I mean? I could have looked at you like, there's some swank, that lame ass nigga. It's like, no, this is a person, bro. And then once we get to that level of just being people, that's what I'd like to put in, just more humanity, because I know like there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of bullshit in this space. Let's just treat each other as people, dog.
Man.
Like I think end of the day that's because like, bro, like I'll tell you one story, bro. We did a show on New Year's Eve, bro, and we got scammed, like
money wise.
Yeah, but like scammed, bro. And all of a sudden, at the point it hit, like, bro. So we go to Swaziland, right? And it's probably like we're meant to go on stage for that New Year's Eve, but things were late, whatever. We missed that countdown, and we're now sitting in this fucking V class, and we're like, fuck, we got scammed, right?
Yeah.
But okay, we also in the situation where we're like, are we getting scammed or should we believe in this guy? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of promoters where it's like, they'll give you the money. They just don't have it now. They just need to sell a few more tickets and then they're going to come with the cash and give you. But we do the show. It's not even the greatest show. So we're like, fuck it. Let's just go home, bro. Right? We get in the V-Class. We go to our hotel. Now the hotel, the V-Class, us, all paid for by one guy. Trying to leave the hotel, bro. This nigga's like, you guys aren't leaving. All of a sudden, we're in a hostage situation now. Like, they won't let us go.
Like, I own you now.
Like, bro, it's 3 a.m. Like, you niggas aren't leaving this hotel until this guy pays us. We're like, this guy didn't pay us either, bro. Like,
dude,
we're all on the same side here. You know what I mean? This guy's phone is off, bro. Like, obviously doing the normal scammer thing, just running away, bro. Like running away.
Damn, not answering the phone.
Not answering the phone. We just chilling. Now we chilling, bro. It was fucking kidnapped basically at this point.
Yeah. This was you, who and who?
Me and Nash. Nash, creative, and the manager. And now we're there like, bro, what the fuck, bro?
What's happening?
So now we gotta wait till like fucking 7 a.m. His business partner calls us. He's like, nah, I'm coming. He wasn't even at the event. He was just like the money man, bro. He thought everything was above board. This guy basically just took that guy's money and spent it, bro. Basically.
Oh, no.
Obviously, he did the events and whatever, but he pocketed a lot of it. And so his business partner had to come through and square us up, pay the hotel, pay the driver, pay us, and then we could leave, bro. Like, how crazy is that, bro? So that's what my thing is like. I think that's that thing of like just not meeting each other as people. Because what people don't realize is like if you communicate, we can always work something out, bro.
Truthfully.
You know what I mean? If you come to me as a person, like, bro, this is the real situation. I'm also a person,
this what's
bro.
This
I
what's
understand
going
you're a
on.
young guy trying to hustle, trying to do something. We doing the same. So like, that's what I want more of. Not this thing of people being shady and hoping they can get away
pretending,
with it. Because you can't build anything like that, bro. And that's a lot of this space is like too many people like that, too many scammers out here, bro. Like,
there's a lot. I saw even that Cooper account that was on TikTok.
Bro, this Cooper doesn't have TikTok. Yeah. He's never had TikTok.
It's one thing Preacher was saying. We're like, bro.
No, there's an account called Brother Cooper.
Yeah.
So people assume it's him.
Yeah.
But it's just like a fan, bro.
A fan page.
So now when people hit up this guy's account for features, he takes the money, dog. So now I get DMs like, you know, I didn't even get a DM. One day I'm on Instagram, right? I'm watching this kid's story, and this guy's like, your OGs be scamming these people. So I'm reading this guy's story, and eventually he's talking, he's describing Cooper, but he's not trying to say it's Cooper. But eventually I know he's talking about Cooper. Yeah. So I DM him. I'm like, bro, what's up? He sends me this DM. I'm like, bro, Cooper doesn't have TikTok. You got scammed, bro. Oh God. And now you're saying it's us, but you just didn't do your research. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, also, this guy's an idiot, bro. This guy thought you could pay 250 Rand for a Cooper verse, bro. Like, come on. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on,
you
bro.
know when your gut feeling says it is too good to be true.
Bro, if anything is too good to be true in life, it's too good to be true.
Believe it.
Like 250 Rand for a verse. No one will sell you a verse for 250, dog. It's free at that point.
It's free.
Someone likes you and they'll give you a free verse. But if you think you can pay 250 Rand and get a Brother Cooper verse or even a beat, you're drunk, dude. And it's crazy.
What are you thinking?
Know what's crazy? Yeah. I met this kid in Zimbabwe. I met him, like, I actually got to meet him, and he's explaining the story, and me and Nash are just like, come on, dog.
Oh,
like, me and Nash, I'm like, Nash, this is the kid I was
yeah.
telling you said Cooper's a scammer. He's like, nah, dude, nah. We're just like, bro, you really thought you could pay 250 Rand
for a beat.
For a beat. Or a verse, whatever it is, bro.
This is Brother Cooper.
Dog.
I think it's Cruise Africa, yeah.
Nah, bro. Even Cruise Africa wouldn't dare charge someone 250 Rand. Like, what are we talking about? Like some people
just only look for the best deals, and it's normally not
real. And people at that point you want to get scammed. You should get scammed. You need to learn a lesson.
You deserve it.
Yeah, nah, man. Like there's a lot of chances in this space. That's what also makes it tough. Because it's like I feel like someone like you, someone like me, even the artists, like we really do this shit. We really want to do this. We put in the hours. But some people, they just want to throw a party. And
trying to find a shortcuts.
Yeah,
there's no shortcuts.
They don't even want to be in the space. They don't even want to be a promoter. Yeah. And like you gotta love being a promoter. Because to bring people to an event is tough, bro. So you got a lot of people taking chances, and that's how like the space doesn't grow, and people are like frustrated that they can't get what they deserve. Because there's a lot of people just taking chances, and then we're just fucking it up, bro. You know. So then it
just destroys everything else, especially with scammers now and all of that.
Bro, like we did this one high school show, and on our way there, this lady's like, "Are you guys coming?" We're like, "Yes." She's like, "No, because I've heard you guys are scammers." We're like, what show did we ever get booked for that we didn't show up for? We always show up. It's just maybe you were speaking to the fake account,
and now my image
account, and now we look like scammers. That's the issue, bro. There's a disconnect. There's just a lot going on, bro. But I don't know. Hopefully we can build, man. South Africa's in a nice space, bro. I really believe in the hip. Like if you're looking for just worldwide, if you're looking for a new sound in hip hop, South Africa, bro. South Africa's where it's at. That's what I believe. Yeah. The same way the UK had their own source. Like, bro, like I look at like the trap now overseas, bro. Like it's like they've reached like. There's nothing new coming out, to be honest. Like, there's new artists, but like the sound isn't evolving.
It's the same, it's the same thing.
They gotta come here. Niggas must come here, get the source, and then
one time.
We'll sort them out.
But they already found us, so it's fine, bro.
Nah, they need more, bro.
Yeah, they need more.
They need more.
They need more.
But yeah, hopefully, bro.
Yeah.
We just try, do our best. I try push the
Yeah.
culture forward. You try push the culture forward, and then we'll see where we go, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And this was so entertaining, man. I actually enjoyed this flipping.
Franco.
I enjoyed this episode. Take it.
Thank you for having me, bro. I
Man,
really
it was a
appreciate
flipping
this.
pleasure, man. Thank you so much for pulling out, dog.
Yeah.
Guys, it's been a very, very entertaining episode, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, this is like one of my bros. Like, we just talk on WhatsApp, and now
Yeah.
it's a flipping episode. Like,
Let's do it,
we have to do it in a formal setting.
Hey, bro.
Man, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into the second episode of SWANK Sessions.
Let's go.
I'll catch you in the next one.
Yes, sir.
Yo, beautiful.
Nice. Thank you very much, my brother.
That was so beautiful, bro.
Hopefully, I give you some.
Shout out. Yo, dog, it was like it was a converse.
That's
The thing is,
exactly.
no, what I like is his answers, dog. Like he kept, like he went into deep. So that's why I kind of forgetting my thing, is because I keep it in the back of my head. The whole Cotton Fest thing as well.
Oh yeah, I was saying that
Maybe he can tell you.
I was telling the boys that there wouldn't be a concert fest without the treehouse era.
Yeah, not at all, bro.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So
bro.
you're right.
No.
And that's I actually
Like-
when he said that, bro, I was actually like, okay,
Yeah.
shit.
Like Bram, Ricky, Treehouse, that era, man, it built a lot of the shit we have right now, dog. Like you,
At the chemistry room.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
you kind of just had to be there to experience that, to be honest, bro. But yeah, Treehouse, they set this shit on fire because they were a group. Like even Jay Molly was part of Treehouse, and then obviously he got his moment and he broke away.
Yeah.
And did his own thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
'cause
that-
we went solo.
Yeah, bro. Like he went solo,
Yeah.
he did his thing, and right now obviously it's not looking good. But
Yeah,
Treehouse was influential, man. Letabo Acid, I still have a lot of love for that guy, man.
Because
Man, that guy-
I think their sound helped us to open up to Triple X.
Yeah, for
That's,
sure.
If you think about it nicely,
for sure.
because their sound was similar to that.
That yeah.
And when we started tapping into like these concerts, these small underground concerts, situations, we started
Yeah.
tapping into that sound more.
Straight up.
Because I don't think I
Yeah.
don't think we want to be tapped in like Triple X if it wasn't for Patrick.
Bro,
Yeah.
Nash did the same
done
thing.
so much, actually.
Because Nash did the same thing. If you watch some of his interviews, he's
Yeah.
like, he always used to be tapped into American music because he didn't know there was like a South African group of people doing it here. But once he found Treehouse
Yeah.
and Patrick, he was like, holy shit, there's a wave of guys making music here that I want to listen to. And it opened a lot of South Africans to like
To the
listen
space,
the
yeah.
even like the
Yeah.
Cardis, they also benefited because we had a group of people here, and that culture was crazy, man. Like as you said, those parties, Lituation,
Yeah.
Flexecution, Young Gas.
Yeah.
Like I think Ricky was also so real. He just show up and perform for free at those events.
No
So
way.
I think he'd
And he was really about it, bro.
no, dead ass, bro. Like, Ricky would get on stage full fit, leaving his underwear,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But like he saw from the so I think he'd
And he was really about it, bro.
get on stage full fit, leaving his underwear.
Yeah.
But like he saw from those kind of things, like damn, we can actually build something.
Build something,
And if I don't know if
man.
you were at the first Cotton Fest, but that first Cotton Fest was hip hop 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dead ass.
That's why a lot of people didn't like
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
piano
so
started
there was a
coming, piano
bunker,
started
and
coming.
then obviously the bunker was always there, but then you know where they have that mall now, where it's like
Yeah.
VIP in the mall.
Yeah.
That was the main stage, and that was just hip hop
just-
only. And like I think it was Ricky was obviously headlining, but before him it was like a Nazi. There was Aries. Then he even brought Aries out, and he was like, "This
Yeah,
is
that's ooh,
yeah."
you see,
like bro, I was literally with
Missed
Groovy
that,
watching that
man.
moment. Like, oh damn, he brought Aries
That's
out. Like
beautiful,
this is crazy.
dog.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
bro, like. It's nuts, bro. Like, yeah, I won't lie. That era, that new wave era, man, they set the tone. It's just sad that like everything just fell apart, bro.
Yeah, because also Frank Casino was a big part of the movement. Because Frank Casino was the headliner for Flexecution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like,
big headline.
yeah, man, like it's just sad. Like a lot of kids build some shit they don't get to eat off now. Like I look at it now and I'm like, even like with Patrick, bro, like him still doing this shit. I'm like, bro, you have to eat from this thing at some point because like you were there helping build it as well, bro. It's not
Yeah.
fair that like all of these things like they add to each other. You know what I mean? That's why you say OGs are important because they open the door.
Open the exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's
exactly.
like now it's easier for like, bro, these guys, bro, Cooper, bro, Jay, they tapped in with all these producers overseas, all these rappers overseas. Now the link is there. Now you can just back like in 2017, you couldn't DM Trippie Red and be like, yo,
Yeah,
can I get a feature? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now a Cooper can DM a 9 Vicious if he wants to, and
Yeah.
he'll probably get a response.
And probably get, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it shows like shit has been built. And now kids are
Yeah.
eating off it. But it's like that first crop of kids is like only nigga really still trying to.
That's why I always say Patrick Lee actually walked for you niggas to run.
Yeah, but he's still here. He didn't quit, man. It's like, give him his respect, bro. Like, hopefully we're still pushing now. Obviously,
he needs to get his flowers for
it.
Like, that's why I always give
someone,
Patrick.
That's one
guy I always give his flowers.
So it's like someone like Patrick has to eat from this space. There's no choice, bro. You know what I mean? Like, luckily he's still tapped in with your Nash, your Days, your Cooper, and we can still build and shit. But he deserves this, man.
No, he does.
He deserves this, bro. Like, I think it's. Next year it'll be 10 years officially.
Imagine.
For me, I think like what disappointed me in that era when Trios decided to split.
Yeah.
We tapped out.
But that's the problem.
If you think about it nicely.
Yeah, easy, bro. Like we tapped out. It started with Jay leaving, dog. Because once Jay left, he went. Bah! Like he was. Just look at the looks he was getting. Like this guy was dealing with the mainstream. He was, you know, like we were underground. Like, bro, Jay would come to a show and we'd be like, yeah, he's the number one. Like we just knew it. Like we'd go to a show, they'd give us 3 flights, he'd get 5 flights. You know what I mean? Like Jay was a different level. I'm telling you right now. Like,
but he was the face of
He was the So once he left, it was kind of like shit got weird, bro. You know what I mean? Because also like. Fetty Boy Jim and Letabo, they're family, like actual family, so they were never gonna split.
I feel like you guys should have operated like Linkin Park. You know the rock band when the vocal when he passed away, they replaced him with a female and they're still pushing numbers.
It's still dead. Yeah, but it's not the same anymore. That's the thing.
But
it changes that.
I won't lie, bro. One, the pandemic. And I'm a piano, it fucked us up. Like, it really
2020 was our worst year in hip hop. 2020 was our worst year, dog, in hip hop.
Bad.
It was so bad.
Because now it was just like, as you were saying, why you were saying like, do these guys have a chance? Piano was finally a local product, bro. South Africans, once something is ours.
And Kabza was only getting appreciated that time.
Bro, you look at South Africans, if we have something we can get behind, we will take it to the top.
Yeah, true.
And hip hop's not our shit. It will never be ours. We didn't create it, you know what I mean? We can reinvent it and do what we want, but like piano was finally our thing, and that's why our biggest piano guys are superstars. They earn big money, you know what I mean? Like they walk into these rooms and they're up there with the biggest because it's our shit. If you want to get piano, you have to come here.
Yeah,
it's our thing.
Yeah, it's our thing. Yeah.
So hip hop I don't think hip hop will ever get that kind of love that piano did, but. Like you look at artists like an AKA or a Ricky who was like able to localize hip hop, how well they did. Even a Casper,
how well they
you know what I mean? So if you can just make it South African, we'll take you to the top. As fans, as listeners, we will, bro. We don't want.
So who do you think can do that currently?
For me, it's Cooper, bro. A kid from the hood.
No, Cooper can do the more. I don't fight it, but Cooper can.
A kid from the hood who listens to hip hop.
Yeah.
Like,
everyone says Cooper. Even Speedster was like.
It's not gonna be. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be a kid from the burbs, bro.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Like a kid from
it doesn't resonate with majority. Yeah.
So what do you think you should work on?
Who, Cooper?
Yeah.
For me, musically he's fun. He's just too nonchalant, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I understand like it works for him because like rappers also need to be cool, dog. Like you shouldn't have access to a rapper like that.
Yeah.
He should always keep you guessing. So he does that really well. You know what I mean? But we'll see, man. We pushing this album now. I don't know how it will do, but for me he's the closest thing because he actually is the most local thing. You know, like I love Brady, but Brady reminds me of Atlanta.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
It reminds you Bando type of.
Exactly.
Migos.
So I'm probably gonna go listen to Migos before.
Brady. Before listen to Brady.
If I'm not from South Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
of course. So I think Cooper, dog. It has to be him, man.
Yeah.
It has to be him.
You know what I'm thinking niggas must push the Concrete Boys. South African version.
Yeah.
No, that could work.
Yeah,
see,
bro, what you saying? I've told with Cooper. I've told him.
Because you did say on the interview.
No, I sat with Cooper. I was like, dog. I told this to Patrick in 2017. He didn't listen to me. I'm telling this to you now. Call the top 5 and make an album. But that concrete way, like, don't just drop the album. Go on tour as a group. Like, move together.
Insane.
Go crazy.
And what if that can change the whole dynamic?
Because numbers wise, it's like Streamers Academy. You're gonna watch it. No matter because so many of them
you go easy.
So you probably tapped into that one girl, whatever. All of a sudden she's there. So now you tap into Kai. Now you tapped into DG. You know what I mean? So it's like we saw it with No Visa, man. You know what I mean? So with No Visa, it was like okay, we had TikTok with Baby Days. We had SoundCloud with Patrick, and then we had the mainstream with Nash. So we were covered everywhere. That's why the tour was such a crazy thing. We had all the demographics covered, bro. So I think with the UG, for them to really make noise, they have to make a UG tape. But we'll see. We'll see.
Like, what do you think is the problem? You think the problem is studio or what?
Egos, bro.
It always goes down to egos.
Like everyone wants to be.
It always goes down
Lil
to
Yachty.
egos.
That's the problem.
Oh yeah, everyone
No
wants
one
to
wants to
be
be DC2 Trill.
Yeah.
No one wants to be Caribou.
No one wants to be Camo.
People don't want to play positions.
Yeah, true.
Everyone wants to be
Ronaldo.
Everyone
the.
wants to be
Ronaldo.
That's simple, dog.
Hey, damn it.
No,
So-
but I think niggas should sit on and be honest with each other.
You know what I think, bro? Another way we can get that is if we get someone who just has money and has foresight to be like,
And
guys,
just be like, I'm putting you all in the
here's
studio.
a contract. It's a one-take
Yeah.
contract, but you sign this contract for a year. You with us. You know what I mean? And then after that, you guys can really do
Do
whatever
your
you
thing.
want. But I'll always own this project, and I'll get to eat of that. But you guys can come together and you all eat equally. Then I think it could work, bro. But as I was saying, we did no visa, and it got tough at certain points because we're pushing this tape, but now Nash has Ace Chief going crazy. We can't be mad at him for going to the side and pushing it, because he has to. Because the more he pushes that, the more good we look. You know what I mean? Then Days has a song go crazy. He has to go there. Patrick has a eventually they're gonna have like it's like
individual, yeah.
So like the Coilers would be the best example. They should be there because they're still together, even though they're all pushing alone.
Yeah.
They haven't split.